So what it is, essentially, is it started from Burning Man and falling in love with someone who lives in Denver, and also falling in love with myself and stepping into my personal path of empowerment. And went to my first Burning Man and had the big, initiation into like stepping onto a path of feeling called to be in service. Like if I'm going to be in a body in this life, then I want it to be in deep service. And in this romance that I had, it was 2 months. Hi. So the story begins, initiation, Burning Man, stepping onto a path of deep seva, meeting someone who lived in a different place. And at that time, I was creating a lot of events in Portland. Portland was really activated. And I thought Portland was the most amazing place in the world. And it is. And then meeting this partner for the next 2 years, we went back and forth. I'd go to Denver, he'd come to Portland, and we both like fell in love with each other's tribes. And there was this powerful like, wow, you guys are like a whole different flavor of this ice cream. It's my favorite metaphor that we're all ice cream. We're all creamy and we're all yummy and we're all sweet, but there's all these different flavors. And I got really excited and inspired about this whole of the tribe and the way that they do their family, while also realizing that there was this like deep tribal weave. There was something that was coming up, this emergence of tribe. And what does that mean? That all, particularly along the West Coast, this like something really innate within us is drawing us to come collectively together and to live and to share. It's really like pulsing. So their tribe had their own way of doing it, and we got inspired to bring 25 of his friends together on a plane, all dressed in white, flying together on a field trip where they felt themselves as a tribe coming to represent Denver to Portland, where we welcomed them from 25 of our like tribe, which really created like lots of our friends. But the 25 who participated in this had this really special like something. We like stepped up and said, we're going to represent our family to you and welcome these people we don't know. And we rented this big beach house, and 50 of us had to date the best slumber party ever. 5 days of the best slumber party ever. It wasn't really programmed out. It was more just like, let's get together and just create alchemy. Yet from that, we had some of the key tenets of what Tribal Convergence is about. We had gender alchemy circles. We had a men and women circles. We had puja for 2 hours, where we did deep presence and eye gazing, where everybody got an opportunity from each tribe to like meet. We celebrated, we danced, we cried, we laughed, we like really went deep. And by the end of it, there was this love affair that was begun of these two tribes, where people formed relationships, business partnerships, friends aligned. There's still people who they leave back and forth, they go to Denver, and it really inspired like, wow, it was a profound and simple thing to take these two groups of people in this intimate way and bring a greater deepening of the fact that we're all family. So clearly we're all family. And again, coming into the like seva piece, like being on the path of service, I basically went, okay, like I'm here, use me. And, Source said, well, great, I have an idea. Let's do this on a grander scale. And because I'd already been playing with event production in Portland, it was like, okay, I have this idea. I just total community, homespun, brought it to my friends. And our friends basically said, yes, we believe in this, we'll rally around you. And so we found a piece of property that Beloved, who were, I don't know if you've heard of the festival Beloved, the grounds that they have it on are dear friends of ours. So it was sort of like in our own community, they were like, yes, we'd be happy to have you host here. And so began the journey of hosting an event where we sort of knew people from all along the West Coast because of festival culture, and invited to the table people to represent like their tribe, their home from all along the West Coast. And we did that. And it was, 150 people for the first one, 150 people, which was good. We wanted it intimate. It was intended to not be a big festival. It was intended to be a leadership gathering. And we brought in elements of councilship. And so along with having, we had music at night, we had performance, and fire dancing, and all the things that are really amazing about festival culture. Yet during the day, we'd have like focused workshops that hit a track of mind, body, and spirit. And body included not only just personal body, but earth body. So we'd have permaculture workshops. We'd have, workshops on, you might have offered one a belly dance. We did more spiritual concepts and nourishing, chakra and samsara, and then we did intellect. We did sacred commerce and integrative tools of community and different tracks. And basically we had a team of facilitators, so that along with the workshop time, well, there was nothing else going on. It wasn't like there was music and workshops. It was like 3 workshops depending upon your track, and that was it. And there's nothing else that was happening. And so it's a very different experience than a festival where there's a lot of stimulus. This was like nothing else is going on. It was a lot like this, you know, maybe a little bit more produced and intentional in that way, but allowed people to really be present with the teaching and the learning. And then we would have community council time where everyone came to council, and that was the one request. Everyone participates in council. And so what I'm right now also offering you is key tenets of what this is. What is tribal convergence? What is this particular flavor of ice cream? So in that, we held facilitated council where we broke people out in their regional groups, meaning we'd say, okay, here's the topic. The topic is what's really happening that's going well in your community. Where are your challenge lines? Where are your growth edges? And how would you like to move forward? And so we had breakout groups where we had pods of people who were working together going, well, what is going on in our community? What are we doing really well at? Where could we use some support? And how do we want to move forward and progress? And what a lot of the feedback came back is people weren't doing this. You like play in your community, you dance, you have like the thing that galvanizes you, music or whatever. But there wasn't really a lot of like really sitting down, even within our own community. We hadn't really done that until this had come about. And then we would have basically a representation of someone who's the voice and the scribe. And then in this, we started templating that what we realized we were doing is remembering council way.